All right. It's showtime. So you're welcome to today's session of the UI design training for beginners. The goal of these 2 weeks is to help you launch a successful career in UI design. So I would like you guys to introduce yourself. Tell me your name and where you are joining from. I can see a few persons already on the call. I can see Rashid. I can see Fikayo, I can see Dewan. Just type your name and where you are joining from. We are going to be starting the class shortly. The very essence of this training is to help you launch a successful career in UI design. So I'll be excited to be on this journey with you for 2 weeks, right? All right, I can see Sylvester from Ogun State. Type your name and where you are joining from. We'll just take, let's say, 2 or 3 minutes to do that. I want everybody to type your name. That one from Abuja, Anthony from Kwara State, Ngozi from Abuja, Ami from Lagos, Olawale from Lagos, Runlinks from Kogi State. Amazing. Type where you are from. I want to acknowledge everybody in the class. So type your name where you are joining from. I can see Oluwaseun from Ondo State, Amza from Kaduna. It's going to be an exciting 2 weeks. So I want the energy to be up because I want us to start on a great note. Today is day one class and I'll be introducing you to UI design proper. Hope from hello. I don't know what year that is. Just be sarcastic. Hope, type where you are joining from. I can see Taiwo from Lagos. Simbi from Ogun State. I think it's exactly 2 minutes. We have to get started. So very quickly, I'll just like to welcome you guys officially. My name is Prince, and I'm a top-rated UI UX designer. My name is Prince, and I'm a top-rated UI UX designer. Top rated is not just a title, is a qualification that is earned based on your level of work and your earnings, right? Your impact, work, and earnings in the tech space as a designer. So I've labored for a while. I've been on this space for 3 years now. Started my own journey in 2022, and you are starting yours, right? So let's just get right into the purpose of tonight's class. I can see Antonia, but I don't know where she's from. Excel from Abuja, Michael from Abuja. That'll be the last for now. So keep typing where you are from as we get into the training proper. So let me say this because as we continue, you might see me facing this place. This is where my monitor is, right? This is my camera and this is my monitor. So in case we're learning and I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the bigger screen, right? So don't get confused. I'm looking this way. I'm with you guys. So let me share my screen as we get started. All right. So a quick one. Like I said, my name is Prince and I'm a top-rated UI UX designer. Before we get started, a lot of persons, I get this question all the time, like, what is UI UX design? Can it profit me? How can I learn? A whole lot of stuff I get. But trainings like this, I don't do this kind of training because probably I'm idle or something. No, I just closed from work, took my shower because I work from home, took my shower and rested 1 hour before this class. So I'm doing this training not because I'm idle. I'm doing this training to help you launch your own career. I told you I've been on this path for 3 years now, and it has been profiting, you understand? So the goal of this training is to help you launch. People don't do well in certain areas because they lack updates, they lack knowledge of how things work and all of that. I'm doing this training to help you launch your own career as a designer. So the essence of this day one class, I don't just want to come and start designing on Figma. We're going to do that, right? But I want to walk you, if you're an absolute beginner, at the end of these 2 weeks, I'm not going to say you're a designer, but you should start knowing basic UI design terms, and you can build from this point, right? 3 years journey cannot be compared with 2 weeks journey. So the essence of this 2 weeks class, so you don't get it wrong that you say, oh, we have done 2 weeks, I'm not. You are not. I'm helping you launch, right? If you are following me, type launch. Type launch on the comment section. The goal is not that after 2 weeks you say you are a designer. No. The goal of the 2 weeks training is to help you launch. Nobody knows it all. I myself, someone told me about UI design in 2022. I'm going to share my story briefly, but if you are following me and you get what I'm saying, type launch. Type launch is to help you launch your career. Let's get into the training. So day one, I've already shared the what's it called, the schedule for the 2 weeks. So today is day one, and what we'll be doing today is simply to introduce you. I know some persons here might already have an idea of what UI design is, but a lot of persons don't know. They just want to earn in dollars, they want to get into tech. Amazing. I was like that. But by the end of today's class, you should know what UI design is, so that when we get into practicals, you won't be confused. So let me just get into it. So first thing, I need you to know that UI design changed my life, and it can change yours too. You understand? UI design changed my life, and it can change yours. So no matter your level in tech right now, no matter your level in finance, no matter your level as per relevance in the society, don't worry. After this training, you'll be equipped enough to build, right, a successful career in UI design. So first thing I need to know as a guest is that UI design changed my life, and it can change yours too. The second thing I need you to know is that making money online became easier in 2025. The reason is because a lot of information are being put out there, and once you get quality premium information, it can change your life. You can start making money online. So making money online has become easier in 2025 because there is more information now than it used to be. The third thing I need you to know is that earning in dollars can improve your life. Earning in dollars can improve your life as a Nigerian. And tech is the fastest vehicle to make that happen. I think I should show my face at this point. Tech is the fastest vehicle to make that happen. I'm going to explain that. Some persons do a lot of things that make them earn in dollars, right? But if you don't have a large capital to get started and you really want to earn in dollars, one of the ways you can do that is by getting into tech, learn a tech skill, offer your tech services to remote companies or clients outside the country, right? And you start earning in dollars. So earning in dollars, first of all, you need to know that it will improve your life. It will improve. I'm going to share my story, how my life changed in a bit, but I need you to know that it will improve your life. Why am I even going through this route? I don't just want to jump on Figma and start teaching you this, what's it called, designs. No. If you don't know the essence of why you are coming into this space, you may miss out on the essence of this 2 weeks training, right? So I need you to know as you are doing this too, because I'll be giving you guys assignments. When you are doing those assignments, just see yourself that you are investing in a path that can make you earn in dollars, right? And know that earning in dollars can improve your life. The fourth thing I need you to know is that if you can increase your value, you will increase your worth. If you can increase your value, you can increase your worth. This happened to me practically, right? I used to work a 40K per month job before, went through a lot of stress and all that, but no matter how much I complained to my boss then, he really didn't pay attention to what I was saying. Why? Because probably the value of what I was offering then was what they were paying me for. So one of the ways to increase your value, or your worth rather, is to increase your value. I had to resign from that job to get into tech, to increase my value, and today it's paying off eventually. So I don't know where you are, what point you are in your life, but trust me, if you want to increase your worth, you want to increase your account balance, you want to increase your earning capacity, tech is something that can help you achieve that very fast. So who is this training for? Who is this training for? Who is this training for? Trust me, this training is not for everybody. If you are here and you are not ready to put in work to get rewarded, right? You are not ready to take up tax, you are not ready to invest in knowledge, to invest in yourself, this training is not for you. If you are here, you are not tired of your current situation. I got fed up, that was why I resigned, right? I got fed up with my job, that was why I resigned. If you are here, you are not tired, this training is for you. It's not for you, rather. This training is for people who work so much like I used to do, but they earn so little. Reason why I'm saying this is because, let me even explain a bit of my work then. I was working from Sunday to Sunday. Where I worked for that 40K per month salary was a church. So I was in charge of their ICT and all of that. I was working in their ICT. So I go to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If they have program on Saturday, I'll be in church. Sunday is compulsory, definitely, right? So I was working for almost 7 days a week, spend a lot of time outside my house, but my reward was 40,000 naira per month. So if probably you are working very hard, I'm not saying to resign from your job yet, but I had to take that bold step to resign. And of course, it paid off eventually. So if you are working very hard and you get rewarded so little, this training is for you. So if you currently don't have a job, this training is also for you. If you don't have a job, this training is for you. Some persons are complaining about their work, meanwhile some persons don't have. So whether you have work and you are working so much or you are earning little, this training is for you. If you don't also have a job, this training is for you. The next thing I need you to know that if you are tired of the current hardship in Nigeria, I don't really know if Nigeria is hard again because God has helped my life, sha. But if you think Nigeria is hard and you are tired of the current hardship, things are going up these days. When I go to the market, if they say price has increased, I'll just do but I will pay, right? Because there's somewhat kind of capacity, right? But if the country is showing some of us shaggy, right, and you are tired of the hardship, this training can change your life. Your design changed my life, and I'm very sure it can change yours. So if you are tired of the hardship in the country, this training is for you. If you want to learn a skill that will pay you from $500 to $1,000, this thing you are seeing here is like the minimum entry level earnings. You understand? Entry level UI designers earn as much as $500 to $10,000, even more monthly, right? There are some places you work, you can be earning as much as $50,000 per year. If you divide that, you see it's way over 500 or $1,000, right? So if you want to learn a skill that will help you earn this much, right? 500 $1,000 today is about 1,530 something naira. So if you are earning $1,000 today, or if you're able to earn $1,000 in 2025 per month, you'll be earning 1.5 million naira as a tech person, right? If you want to switch career to something that is lucrative and in demand, those words were carefully chosen. This training is for you. This training is for you. So let's get in. I want you to know that I moved from this place, in fact this house, at this point I'd already learned the UI UX design. You can see I was already using a MacBook then. Things were already picking, but this was where I started practicing actively. The place I learned UI UX design, I couldn't even snap it because where I was staying, I was living in all this face me I face you house. When I learned UI UX, I couldn't snap it because then I was so shy of that house. I didn't even allow people visit me. I was engaged to my fiancée then, but I couldn't allow her visit me because that place could not come on camera. It was almost like a mud house where I stay to learn. I'm being open to you guys because when we get into practical, it's fun, but it's going to require a bit of work, right? So I'm showing you practically where I'm coming from so that you can connect to my journey and see that it is possible for you as well. We are going this route so that the 2 weeks can make sense. Every other thing we'll be doing after today will not make sense. Do you think we are just coming to catch cruise if you don't see why you should learn UI design in 2025, right? So I moved from this place to, that's from the red to the green, just designing UI UX. So like I said, I've told you I said this place I was squatting with a friend in his self-contained. Then I think his rent was about 150K. I couldn't even contribute half because things were bad. But that's where I moved into and I started practicing because the house I was staying when I was learning, right? As I resigned from my job, that was just I still through my 40K per month job. They broke the house for some reason. So I was a bit homeless, but then I was already learning the skill, right? So when I moved into this guy's house, I started practicing, and over time I moved from here to here, just designing. So I need you to also know that I'm not the only one that UI design is working for. There are a lot of Nigerians out there doing this role or this skill full time, and they are earning a lot for themselves, right? So this is Edward. Edward is a Nigerian. You can say I had to cover their face, probably you know them or something. So I don't want issues. That's why I had to cover this person's face. So Edward has earned $10,000 as at the time I took this screenshot as a UI UX designer. You understand? This is Anita. Anita is a lady. Anita has earned $30,000 as a UI UX designer. That's not all. Okay, this person Dara is India, but I was attracted to her profile because she has done 100K. So these are real people doing real stuff, solving real problem with their skills as designers, right? So I need you to know that if you can bring your head down to learn this skill, it can change your life. Trust me, because there are real problem out there looking for people to solve, like design, development, and all of that, right? So these are people, real people doing real stuff. I deliberately captured Nigeria. This is Daniel. Daniel is also in Nigeria. And he has earned $50,000. So when you see people driving Benz, driving Lexus, driving good cars, living good life, it's not everybody that is into fraud. People are doing legit stuff and they are earning cool cash for themselves. Or remember I told you that if you want to increase your what, increase your value. So these guys are solving high value problem. You understand? They are solving high value problem. That's why they are able to earn this much. You understand? So this is Daniel. Daniel has done $50,000. So imagine how much $50,000 is. So this is Julius. Julius is also in Nigeria, and Julius has done $6,000. Yes, you can see them. UI designer. I didn't even point that out. Expert UI designer, senior UI designer. Let's see Anita, expert, Figma expert, UI design. You can see all of them. UI design. I really don't know their story, but trust me, I know they had a starting point. You understand? Every pro. There was a training I was taking sometime in 2022, and one of the things the instructor, what's it called, encouraged us with was that said every pro designer was once a beginner. Every pro designer was once a beginner. So all these people you say, I can't tell you their story, how they started, how they made the decision. At the end of these 2 weeks, you two will be required to make a decision if you will let go of what the introduction I've given you, or you will build on it, right? If you will build on it. So all these guys had their own past before they had to make a decision. I don't know their story, but I know mine. You can see me, I've done 8,000. I've done way more than this, but at the time of the screenshot, and of course, there are some of my earnings that is not captured here. I've also earned outside this platform. So if I put all the money I've done combined, earning in dollars is going to 12K or $12,000. You understand? I also came in as a total newbie. So like I said, everybody is doing expert, blah blah blah. You can see me, I'm also an expert figma. I also had my story. I came from somewhere. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself, and how I chose UI UX design, right? So I studied engineering in school, very promising course. I don't want to mention the course. Okay, marine engineering, marine. So if you know about marine, you know that okay, these guys, in fact, engineering basically is like you are going into a gold mine, you are getting into something promising. But you can see how I was when I was done with service. All I had was I was full of hope. Forget about my stature right now. This guy had big hopes. So I was full of hope. I just really serving my country. Can see this was our POP day. This guy is raising. I served somewhere in the north, so this guy is raising a certificate. So I moved from that point with hopes that okay, you know the way Nigerian film works. That in Nigerian film, when you go to the investor, as you come back, you just but the person have started driving car. I thought life was Nigerian film, right? So when I came back, and of course things didn't work out like the script, Nigerian script. Life, I faced life headlong. You understand? Even rent, to pay rent after service was a lot. The money I managed to save, what did I even use it to do? Okay, I think I borrowed my auntie then. Don't know if she has even paid me back. But I just came like this young man coming to do engineering and all of that. But life didn't turn out as I thought. So I started that 40K per month job. And the first time I got the job, like some of us may also, probably the first time you got what you are doing currently, you were what's it called? Is that the word comfortable? You're excited. I was super excited about the opportunity until I now realized that 40,000 naira a month can't take me far. This was my fiancée then. I was already engaged. I met her in service, so I came back with somebody in mind to marry then. And but then of course 40K per month. I wonder how long I would have worked before I could tie the knot and all of that. So this was me when I was doing the 40K per month job. She came to visit me in the office at that time and all of that. So you can see where I'm coming from. So that why am I doing all of this? I'm showing you this so that when you start your journey from our next class, which is on Wednesday, we'll get into the Figma proper. We'll do practicals, do that. I'll show you some things, just like as I've stated in the training schedule, right? I'm going to do all of that. But if I don't take you through this journey, you won't know the reason why you need to be serious. You understand? You need to know why you should be serious. So as I started learning, this was when I was learning. So I had to resign from that job because I complained to my boss many times. Sir, this work is, then I will spend like 20 something thousand naira on salary. Any month I want to eat when I'm at work, I'm going to spend close to 30K on expenses rather, not salary. What am I saying? So I didn't have so much for myself. You understand? Even the 60K per year house I was staying, I couldn't pay rent. I remember when I renewed my rent then, um, my fiance had to support me with 20,000. A whole lot of story. The only money I could put inside was 20,000. It was that bad, that bad. So this was when I now started learning. This was the laptop I had. I was learning UI UX design and all of that. So, oh, we moved though. We moved. We didn't give up until finally it worked, right? So when I stayed on the path, it eventually worked out, right? When it worked out, things changed, right? Things changed. When it worked out, things changed. So and I'm very sure when you start your own journey, which is the essence of these 2 week slides, to give you this awareness that okay, no matter what things are for you right now, there's something you can do. You can delve into tech as a designer, as a developer, whatever. The goal is you want to increase your value. Once you increase your value, you can increase your worth. So when things change eventually, I was now able to, I had capacity to do a few things that I think I was proud of, right? And one of the things I was able to do was this fine girl that waited for me, that trusted me, believed in me, even when my marine work did not happen. I was able to now, we moved ahead and God helped us. So everything worked and that's how we moved, right? So what am I trying to say right now? So if UI design work for me and not just me alone, you can see it working for other Nigerians. We don't have all the time. I would have shown you a lot of persons. I'm on LinkedIn. I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I know a lot of Nigerians raking dollars every single month solving UI design problem. So having said all of these things, I have to walk you through my story so that you know that whatever you are facing right now, the reason why you are in this class is because you really want change. This is why you're in this class, because you really want change. And you must know that if change will ever come, you need to first tell yourself the truth. You understand? What I have right now on this slide is the truth. The truth is that your real problem is not Tinubu. Your real problem is not even Nigeria, because till the next 50 years, Nigeria does not have plans for us. You understand? So if you must change your life, change your status, change your capacity and all of that, you must first agree that your problem is not the country. Country is part of the problem, but it's not really the problem. The real problem is that you don't have the right information. You don't have, people don't have. I was suffering in that 40K per month job until I met one of my roommates back then in school. He was posting how he want to make some millions of dollars before he's 30 years. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Now told me about project management and all of that, gave me courses to learn and all of that. So I had to jump on it. One of the things I saw was UI UX design. So I picked it and I ran with it. You understand? So just one information changed the whole thing for me, right? So your problem is that you don't have the right information, or you probably don't have the right skills. I just mentioned that if you change, if you improve your worth or your value, you can increase your worth, right? You increase your earning capacity, your financial capacity, and all of that. So you probably don't have information or you don't have skill. So what I'll be doing in these 2 weeks is that I'll be giving you a lot of information that's going to serve as a foundation. You understand? You can become a UI designer in 2 weeks, but you can get the information you need to build on. And just like these guys you see writing experts, these guys you see saying experts, senior, you too can become senior expert and pro designer in a very short time, right? Because I'll be giving information. Another thing I need you to know is that why some people are complaining, others are consistently raking dollars every single month. Every single, I won't show you my, what's it called, my dollar account today. Maybe when we start doing remote job, I'll just show you some things. I will show you real money. You understand? So people are consistently making dollars every single month. So the reason why we are holding this class is for me to take you from the point of complaint to a point. Let me know if I exaggerate. I know this massive enjoyment is can serve as a hype, but the truth is some of us are not feeling the heat in Nigeria right now because we have valuable skills we are offering to the foreign market. So I want to take you to this point where you can leave complaints if things are not working. Maybe you are doing 40K per month job, you don't have a job, your salary is not enough. I want to move you from that point to a point where your value can now earn you that life you desire. Some of you might be wondering, why am I doing this? I know some of you are curious. Why am I doing this? I'm going to explain shortly. So, like I said, this was me then. I think I tried to maintain that shirt. So before and after my switch, so I was not into tech. I was hoping for an engineering job. I didn't have connection. I didn't have anybody in those space to help me put. You know, they say in Nigeria you need to have man, no man. I've been working remotely. No Nigerian puts me there. You understand? So there are some skills you will learn and you become a person of value. You don't need man, no man. You can, as long as you're able to solve the problem, high-end problems, high-value problem, you will do it for yourself. So this is before and after this. So when things worked, the story change, the story change. That's all I can just say. The story changed. You understand? You can see how much I did in 2023. This was my statement from January to November. This is 2023. I'm not talking about 2024 and 2025. We're already in August. So you can imagine 3 years of experience. This is just 2023. Things change. That's how I was able to marry, do all of those things I'm doing, and what I'm still doing today. So what is UI design? Having said all of these things, I have to go this route so that I can prepare your mind for what you are coming into. You understand? So what is UI UX design? UI UX design is simply the design of websites and mobile app. I put it here, the design of if you are just joining us, I'm looking this way because my monitor is here. My camera is here, but my monitor is here. So I'm looking at the big screen is because that's what I'm just trying to explain. So UI UX design, in case you don't know what it is, UI UX design is simply the design of website. If you know what website is, type website. If you know what mobile app is, type mobile app. If you know the two, type website and mobile app. Engage. So what UI UX design is all about is you are coming to design websites and mobile apps. So I will explain this just the way we have architects design the plan of a building, right? Before engineers will erect it. UI UX designers are like the architect. Before your website or your mobile app is built, a designer is going to design what it looks like. Should I share my screen? Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to share. I'll show you redesign. I don't want to alter the structure of this training. I'd have shared. I'm currently working on. I was working on a project before I came to this class, right? I don't take the amount. Let's not talk money today. Let's not talk money today. So you design like the architect, and the developers will now build what you have designed. So I'm going to go deeper. Don't worry. So it's just basically website design and mobile app design. That's what we do. So let me now start by explaining the meaning of UI and UX. So UI means user interface. Interface means the things you see with your eyes when you are operating a website, a mobile app. Some of you now, you are currently looking at this live session. I'm sure you can see the like button, you can see the subscribe button, you can see the share button. All those things, even YouTube is an app. You understand? It's a web app. So all those things you see with your eyes when interacting with a website or a mobile app is called the UI. It's called the user interface. So I gave an example here. You can see this website. This is a mobile version of it. So all these things you can see the blue button, you can see the text, you can see the image, you can see all of this stuff. That's the UI, right? UX stands for user experience. Experience in the sense that how people use the product, whether they feel bad or feel good, how easy it is to use the product and all of that. So UI UX design, like I said, is the design of mobile and web products, e.g. website, your banking app, your e-commerce app. All of you here know Temu, right? Those Temu website, Temu app, your UBA app, your banking app, OPay, Money Point, all of that, right? Those are applications. So UI designer designs first before that app is developed. So you can put it like the UI is like the architectural plan. You understand? We come into the when they want to build a product, right? I've worked for a lot of clients. I've worked on several projects, more than 25 projects I've done over the past 2 years, right? Paying well-paying projects. So before the developers come into the picture, designers come in first, understand the idea, understand what the product is going to achieve, understand the users, right? Who they are building for and all of that. Once that is achieved, then the designers will translate the idea into a functional product, right? Application or website. You understand? So you can see an example. This is your WhatsApp screen. So all these things you are seeing with your eyes, the idea, I need blah blah, all this in the call button, the video button, the person's name, All these things, I'm going to show you how to do them. At the end of these 2 weeks, we'll be designing some of these stuffs, right? And we're not just going to design, we'll test it on our phone. You will see it work, though not coded, right? We'll call that prototyping. We'll animate it to start working. So you can see samples of UI. So the things you see with your eyes, like the take control, get started, Rafiudo, Bayou, the amount, 30 something $1,000, all these things, these are what designers do, and they get paid very well. They get rewarded. Remember, I said, if you forget everything I've said in this class, don't forget the fact that I said, if you increase your value, you will increase your worth. If you can increase your value, you will increase your worth. So people solve, and the reason, let me even tell you why they pay us well solving this kind of problem. The reason, because we are building something that's going to generate money for the client, right? So imagine a client building a web app that's going to generate millions of dollars, and it's paying you, the designer, $5,000 to do it. So you see 5,000 and millions way apart. So they are ready to pay the amount. That's why it's a high value skill. You understand? High value skill. So designers solve this kind of problem and they get paid very well. Trust me, very well. So what's the life of a UI UX designer like? So when you learn this skill, what will your life be like eventually? I just told you I was working before I came to class this evening. So you are either work, let me take off my face so I can see the text. So the life of a UI designer is just like this. You solve tech related problems through intuitive designs. You can work remotely or with a team of designer in the office, right? So you can either work remotely or with a team of, you can see these people, they are a team working in the office. This lady is working remotely, just like Anita. This is not Anita, but this person is a tech lady, a designer working from home. You can see her kid, her son. So when you learn this skill, you are going to have, I remember those days when I was doing my 9 to 5 work. I still do 9 to 5, but though it's virtually now, remotely. So those days, like I said, even my small salary, transport will finish it. You understand? Transport will finish my small salary. And apart from the fact that transport finished my small salary, I spend a lot of time on the road. I told you I was working in a church. Sometimes I'll stay for evening service, like 2 times a week. I do evening services. Before I'll get to the house, like 9 o'clock in the night, and all of that. So the stress and all that, for the past how many years now? Let's say 2 years. I've not done that. I've not gone through all this traffic stress, whether driving or jumping buses at this point, right? That's because I work from home. So you can choose the option of working from home if you want, or working on site. So these are the two options you have when you are into tech, whether as a designer or any tech. Where can you work? Where do UI designers work? There are lots of opportunities for you as a designer. Some person might say, the space is competitive. Life is competitive. That's why we have rich and poor people. So the poor people would think, oh, the rich people have advantage. Probably the advantage they have is their circle and their information. But truth is, when it comes to tech or any field, you don't let the competition scare you. Rather, you look for information that will put you on the spot to profit. You understand? To profit. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to help you launch a profitable career in UI exam, meaning you are getting informations, right, that will put you in any of these places, whether working for a tech company, working for a tech agency, working as a freelancer, working collaborating with developers, or working for, this is the sweetest part of this stuff. But most times a lot of persons, in fact, one of my biggest cuts I got this year, I work with a company in Dome. Yes, but the biggest amount I've earned this year, close to 3K dollars. I worked for a business. I built something for a client in India, and he paid me almost $3,000. $2,000 something dollars. You understand? So so imagine working for that kind of business. Let's say you are doing, like, you're able to get five of that client or even three of that client in a month. You understand? That's $9,000 or 7 to 9K. So sometimes working for businesses pay off more, but a lot of persons are lazy. They need this job security and all of that. So they tend to want to, of course, companies still pay you well depending on the company. So whether you are working for a company, you are working for an agency, I'm going to show you how all these things work because of the 2 weeks. Whichever one you are working on, there's opportunity. All you just need the right information, guys. Information rules. You understand? The right information. You understand? So that's where they work. You can either work for a tech company, like company building, maybe they own their products. Some company build product for other companies. The company I work with will build product for people. You understand? So like I said, I've worked on so many products. You can do freelancing if you want. There's money here too. You can collaborate with developer, form your own tech agency. You understand? Or you can work for businesses, maybe just designing websites. There are millions of businesses out there you can work for. All you need to know is know the skill. How much can you earn as a designer? What's the earning potential? This should be earning, ing. UI designer earning potential. So they earn between $500 to, this is way more. I'm just trying to be calm. I met a designer lately that was like, he's a Nigerian too, but he lives in the UK now. It was like there was a time where doing $5,000 per month or landing $5,000 gig was a big deal for him. But right now, $15,000 is like a walkover. 15K dollars. So me putting $7,000 here, I'm just trying to be calm. Since you guys are new, is way more than this. Trust me, you can do more than this. You understand? All you just need is right information, positioning. You get, so let's get going. So the any potential is between $500 to $7,000 per month, aside from other side projects. Everything I put here is my practical life. You understand? So while I work for a company, like I just shared, I do side project too and get paid. So let me show you. This is, even if you are doing $500, let's say you are doing the list, you'll be earning a lot. So this is one of my screenshots. You can see back transfer from my USD account to my Nigeria account. This was $1,030 payment. You can see the amount here, right? That's 1.5 million. This is not per month, just one project payment. So that's not salary. Oh my God. So this thing I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. Remember where I'm coming from, the 40,000 naira per month. You can see. So if you are doing, you will know what you are doing for yourself. Trust me. So what do you stand to benefit when you learn UI UX design? I've shown you what it is. I'm doing this is an introductory class, right? And the goal is to prepare for the tool. So when we get into the practical, we get into the UI design proper, you will give it your best shot. The person that told me about UI design didn't have to hold class for me. He just told me, it was on a chat, and I took it serious, right? So I didn't just chat you. I'm going to walk you through for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, right? I'm going to walk you through for 2 weeks. So if we don't succeed after 2 weeks, it's not my fault. Because if someone could just tell me about it and I jumped on that information and I ran with it, this is how far my life has changed. My life is still changing. The change is progressive, you understand? So if you learn this skill, what do you stand to benefit? What do you stand to benefit? Yeah, the session is recorded. You get the live training again. You can watch it, right? So what do you start to benefit when you learn this stuff? First is that you would have learned an extra skill. Like I told you, I'm a marine engineering graduate. So if maybe in 2 years time I now know people, they say it's man no man. And unless I get an opportunity in marine space, I can still go there and come back to my design and all of that. So if you learn this skill, you would have learned an extra skill for yourself. And skill is just like learning how to drive. Nobody can take it from you. You understand? So you'd have increased your value by learning an extra skill. These are the things you start to benefit if you learn UI design. Next thing is that it is quite easy to start earning with your skill. I did engineering for okay, let me stop talking about my engineering stuff. So there are some courses you would do or some trainings you do. Any will be difficult, right? But when it comes to tech, as long as you are available to solve problems, it is very easy to start earning, especially when you have, please excuse me, let me drink water. Especially when you have the right updates and information. Oh guys, trust me, teaching is a lot. So it's easy to start earning with your skill. Then is it's going to increase your earning potential. That's the third thing, third benefit. Like I said, everything I'm showing you here are my practical experience. So earning potential has increased, trust me. So it's going to increase your earning potential. It gives you more worth, more value, and all of that. You will work with new technologies. I've experienced this also. Working for white people, collaborating with some elite teams and all of that. I've learned some new technology that has helped my journey. Oh, this one is not my experience yet, though. I will not lie. But trust me, I know people that have traveled. You can easily travel to other country, to any country of your choice. Once your earning capacity has gone high, let's say you have earned $50,000, you can leave Nigeria. You might also be lucky to work for a company that is going to ask you to relocate. I have close persons that have relocated, right? People I know that are into tech, they've moved to other countries because they were lucky enough to have a company that was willing to move them over, right? As long as you are solving problem, it's not going to be a big deal. So what are we going to be doing in these 2 weeks, right? I already shared the schedule with you guys. Okay, so I will cover introduction to UI, which is what I'm doing right now. I will teach you how to use Figma. So Figma is some of you ask question like, um, what software are we going to use? Are we going to use phone? Are we going to use laptop? I'm going to see all of that in this class. I'll review that to you guys shortly. So Figma is one of the professional tool we make use of as designers, right? Um, what's it called? Yeah. So I'm going to teach you the Figma tool. We have done introduction today. If you know this introduction sparked something in you, type value, because the goal of this introduction is to set your heart for what we'll be doing in these 2 weeks. So if you think all these things I've said so far in these short few minutes spark something in you, like I just saw Kazim says, I'm taking this UI design course tight. If you are like Kazim, type value. The goal is to charge you. I want to drag you, take you somewhere else. You understand? So type value. We'll cover introduction, like I said. I'll teach you the Figma tool. We will not just learn introduction to Figma. We will do practicals. We will design. Why am I taking you through this process? The goal of doing this, I want you to know that you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So we will do practicals. You will see your work. You will test it on your phone, right? We are going to work for like 2 days practical project or 3 days, 3 days design inside these 2 weeks before I'll now teach you about how to get remote jobs and all of that. Of course, I always say this, learning a skill without getting a job is like you are wasting your time, right? So it's also good to point you that okay, these are places where you've mastered the skill. These are places you can go to, right, to get the high paying remote job. I want you to be a profitable designer, right? That's how we're doing this whole stuff. So what do you need to get started? What do you need to get started? which is why I'm going to talk about the softwares, the device, and all of that. What do you need to get started? So before I say what you need to get started, I'd like you to just take a short moment to click on the subscribe button. I want you to subscribe to the channel. Everybody in the class, if you are watching the video, click on the subscribe button. I want to take a moment to subscribe before I tell you what we will need in this program, right? In these 2 weeks, what you'll be needing. Take a moment to subscribe. Take a moment to subscribe. Everybody on the call, take a moment to subscribe. It's going to be a super exciting class. Take a moment to subscribe. Yeah, thank you, Fidelis. Thank you, Oluwa Leke. Everybody subscribe. You may want to turn on the notification bell maybe later when you are watching the video. If you can't do it now, do it. Smash it. The goal of subscribing so that even after the 2 weeks, you can still access some information. Remember, I told you guys that your starting now is not the problem. The problem is who is training you and the information you have available to you. So take a moment to subscribe. I will walk you through everything we'll be doing in 2 weeks, and then if I post anything after the 2 weeks, you can also benefit. The goal of the 2 weeks is to give you a foundation to build on, right? And I hope we'll make the most out of it. Everybody subscribe. We'll do this in the next 1 minute. If you are watching the video even later, just subscribe. I want to give you the best, and I want you to be a part of this community. So let's continue. So what are the things you need for the training? These are some of the things you will need. First is you will need a laptop. Second is you will need, if you don't have a laptop, no problem. I'm going to tell you what to do. I closed my WhatsApp. I will show you something. All right, so you need a laptop, you need a Figma account, you will need data through internet access, because you have to come for the live classes. Then after the class, you go and practice what you have learned, right? You come for the live class. Another thing you need is you need to invest 1 to 2 hours every day in these 2 weeks to learn. We are digging the foundation you will build on to pursue a successful career in UI design. So you need to invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn. Then you don't have to miss any class in the 2 weeks. The reason is that if you miss one day, you might not be able to catch up. Of course, and the way I've structured the class, I've done it in a way that, okay, we learn for 1 day, we go for a break for our assignment, because each day is going to have its tasks, right? We are going to do tasks every time we meet. So after this class, I'm going to give you a task. I know I did introduction, but I'm going to give everybody a task. So persons that didn't come to class will have to come and watch the video to be on the same page with us. This is why you shouldn't miss class, right? So after class every day, I'm going to give you a task just like I'll be doing tonight. So if you don't have a laptop, I'm going to tell you what to do shortly. I know some people say, oh, I don't have laptop. This is not phone graphic design, right? We are doing real tech stuff, and trust me, it's going to be rewarding. Let me tell you a short story about laptop. I really wish I could. I've closed my WhatsApp. I access my WhatsApp on my laptop, but I'll be sharing too much private information if I give you access to my WhatsApp on a live call like this. But there's this girl. Her name is, what's her name? Is it Mesoma? Yeah, Mesoma. When Mesoma learned her UI design, she didn't have a laptop. Here's what she did. She comes to class just like you're in class now. She learns just like you'll be learning in these 2 weeks, right? Then she goes to a business center to buy time. Mesoma really wowed me. She will buy time and practice what she has learned in the live class. The beautiful thing is that you can access the recorded session with your phone, because from subsequent classes we are going to be doing practicals. So you watch me do the design and you design on your Figma account, right? So Mesoma will come to class, go to a business center, get her friend laptop. Today Mesoma is not just a UI designer, she's a developer. She moved from UI UX design to the now she gets full project, do the design and develop it. Her passion to learn was something else, right? And he rewarded her. So even if I'm sharing it, because even if you don't have a laptop, right, you can learn this thing if you have hunger. All you need, let me even type, all you need is hunger, Hunger. Hunger is what you need. If you don't have a laptop but you have hunger, you can win in this space, right? So like Mesoma did, she came to class, learned. So you can come to class, be part of what we are doing, right? You learn, then you go back. If it's to get somebody's laptop or go to a business, fine, you can do it, but don't let laptop be your reason for not participating, right, or building this stuff. You may never get this kind of 2 weeks opportunity again. So here are some questions you might be asking. If you have questions, you can type it now, so I'll just quickly attend to one or two. I think the first two: will UI UX design work for me? If it works for me, it can work for you. If it works for me, it can. I used to be very scared of tech because I didn't like coding. You understand? So when I hear tech before now, I always think is I must be a developer. I don't like codes. You get? And I'm sure most of you in this class are scared of code. That's why you ought to do design. Probably you have seen web development offer too, but you didn't join. So I didn't like code. That's why I did this, right? And it worked for me. I didn't have so much techno. I didn't even have design background. Trust me, my designs were very bad, not too good. But if it worked for me, it can work for all you need. I've said is hunger, hunger. You understand? Do I need to have graphics knowledge to learn this? You don't need a knowledge in graphics. All you need is the right mentorship, hunger, and all of that. Everything we'll be doing in these 2 weeks, you will just see yourself being wild. Trust me, at the end of the 2 weeks, you will love yourself. You will like your ability. You understand? So, will I get a job after learning this skill? Of course, you will. I'm not saying you get a job after 2 weeks. 2 weeks is for foundation. You have to build on it. Please. 2 weeks is not. Some people say, will you give us certificate after the 2 weeks? What are you saying? Is this 2 weeks is not for the class? So 2 weeks is to give you foundation. You have to build on it. So but once you build on it, you will definitely get a job. Can I use phone to learn this? Sadly, you can only use phone to join the class or watch the training, but you need a laptop to practice what you are watching. So you can use phone to learn, but you can't use phone to design. You need a laptop. So like I told you Mesoma's story, you can be the next Mesoma or be yourself. So I can tell your own story anytime I'm privileged to do that. Do I need coding skill to learn this? No, you don't need coding skill. There's no need for coding skill for this. Does it have to? Does it have anything? Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with programming. You don't need coding skill. That's the only question I'm seeing on the live chat. So you don't need coding skill to learn this. All you need is the Figma account. Figma account. So at the end of this class, I'm going to give you a video to help you set up your Figma account. That will be your first assignment. A video to help you set up your first. You can see your first, as I told you guys that every day we meet, there's going to be a task. This is the smallest task we are going to have. This Figma account is just like 6 minutes stuff, and you set up your account in 6 minutes. So at the end of this class, I'm going to give you a video on how to set up your Figma account, right? So that'll be your first assignment for the 2 weeks. Yes, please, if you've not subscribed, you are doing the wrong thing. Subscribe. That's all I ask from you. Subscribe, and we are good. You get? So I'll drop the link on the WhatsApp group. If you have not joined the group, I don't know how to help you in that one because my contact is not anywhere around there. I don't know how you are able to access this video. But if you have not joined the group, you may want to leave a comment on the comment section. Maybe I'll check the video later and probably add you to the group. So I'm going to drop a link on how to open your Figma account on the WhatsApp group so that everybody here can have their Figma account open. You can use your phone, you can use your laptop. But but I prefer laptop for a better experience. So use your laptop to, all you need is just your email address, your Gmail address, and we are good. So I think there is no other question for now. Everything seems clear. So I want to make the most of these 2 weeks with you guys. My intention is to give you the right foundation, right? Somebody apart from Figma, do I need other design tool like Canva for quick video asset? No, you don't need that. If you have Canva and you have Canva knowledge, why not? But everything we'll be doing, you don't really need that, right? Let me even say this. I used to hate Canva designs, but now I'm trying to do some stuff there. So when my wife would tell me, come and help me do Canva for me, I used to be very angry because I don't like Canva, right? I like using real software tools to do my designs. So you don't need Canva for this. Michael, you don't need Canva. So Ami is asking, does Figma work offline or online? Figma needs data, but it doesn't consume so much. The same data you're able to join the class with, you can use it to also do Figma, right? Even as I'm teaching, my Figma tab is on. Yeah, I have to like 3 tabs open on my, it doesn't consume so much. The reason why it works like that is because there is no control S. Those of you that are conversant with computers, control S is to save, right? But for Figma, it saves automatically. You don't need to press control S. It's going to just save to the cloud automatically, right? So that's basically it. It works online, but it doesn't consume so much data. So I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. I'll drop the training, the video on how to open your what's it called, Figma accounts, and yeah, on the WhatsApp. So that'll be all for now. Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll make the best out of this too. If you got value, type value once again. Don't get tired of typing value. Remember, the goal is to increase your value so that you can increase your what, the Benjamin, right? Dollars can start rolling in and all of that. So if you got value in today's class, hit it, type value, 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 value. Amazing, amazing. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Have a good night rest. Bye. We'll see you on Wednesday. Ensure you open your account. Ensure your account is ready so that we'll be good to go when we'll come on Wednesday. Good night. Cheers.